Okay, last question from here, and then we're going to do a little wrap up about what's going on at CCO. Any suggestions on how to prepare for the COBGC? That's the OBGYN one, right? Or no?
Yeah. Yes, that's the one
Is
I
that the
took
one
by
you
accident.
accidentally took?
Don't laugh at me. I know there's people out there laughing at me. Yes, you can accidentally take an exam. Um, and I know there are people that don't know this story that are like, "What are you talking about?"
So do
Um,
tell.
and I like Barb's suggestion. Barb's suggestion for preparing for that is to pray a lot. Uh-huh. The OBGYN exam and how I accidentally took it on the AAPC website. When you are registering for a specialty exam, it used to be a drop-down box. I think somebody might have heard this story because now it's different buttons that you click. But in that drop-down box, hematology, oncology, and OB aren't that far apart. And somehow I thought I was registering for one, and I registered for a different one. And when everything came, like when they sent me the study guide that I ordered along with it, it was an OBGYN one. And so I wound up taking OBGYN. And anybody that knows me knows that my favorite phrase is, I don't know nothing about birth and no babies, nor do I want to learn. But it turns out I actually knew more about it than I thought I did.
How to code it.
How to code it,
Everybody
yes.
wants
Yeah,
to know did you pass?
I did. I did. By more than a little, too. I was pretty
Yeah.
excited about that. And only on one attempt.
Yeah.
And I really didn't study for it either. It was one of those, I scheduled it. I didn't have time in my schedule to really study, and it got closer and closer and closer, and I went, I got a free retake anyway. I'll go take it and see how I do.
And you said a couple of the annotations from doing the BAT system helped.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I took two specialty exams this year outside of the CDEO. And I'm going to admit something that you don't want to hear, Lorene, but I only applied the BAT technique to those sections of my CPT book. Like I took
Selective
cardiology and I took
batting?
OB. So those were the only two that received the BAT information.
Uh-huh.
And they both helped me for taking those. But to answer the question about how to prepare for the OB exam, one is, do not think because you work in an OB practice day in and day out that this is going to be an easy exam. In my experience, there was a lot of information on there that my OBGYNs in the groups that I've worked with over the last few years don't do anymore. They call somebody else in, whether it be a general surgeon, a urologist, a proctologist, to deal with a lot of the bladder slings and the, dropped bowels, things like that. And those are all included because for years they were things that OBGYNs did, right? Not just the OB piece. OB is actually a very small portion of that exam. A lot of it hinges on GYN and GYN-related urologic and gastro issues. And so you really want to be prepared with that. I would definitely encourage you to, take a practice exam through the AAPC. They offer practice exams for the specialties. You can get the specialty study guide. I didn't find it as helpful for me personally. What I actually did, I got one of the practice exams. Well, what I actually got that I did was one of the practice exams, and then the American College of Obstetrics and Gynecology, ACOG, has a great manual out there that is procedural coding for OBGYN specialties or something like that. And I think if you're in the club in the free forum, I posted that a couple of days ago out there. You can find it on their website. Just go look for procedural coding on the ACOG website. And it was a really helpful manual. It tells you what's bundled in different codes and all of that, because you do get one additional resource for that exam. And that helped me quite a bit to know what my NCCI edits were and how things were grouped together.
Great.